Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Gonna be rolling out today in the T80U. This is a Tier 7 main battle tank, Soviet design, and in a GLOPS game on Narrows. So you can see the main thing that you'll notice about the T80U is that it's stupidly fast. It's one of the best things about the vehicle that I like. It handles really well. It's kind of like a light main battle tank. It has no armor from the sides of the back or the top, but the frontal armor and the turret aren't too terrible if you can hide the lower plate. So you can see here I'm doing like 60, 70 like on the ground, which is great on off-road terrain. So I'm going to turn around and got a shot at this guy, and shooting on the move with the tank isn't so terrible, and the only thing that sucks about the gun is the gun depression's bad, but that's something that you're gonna always have on Soviet vehicles. So over here, the gun handling isn't so bad. Managed to hit that guy in the move with just an aimed shot, no auto aim going on there, and gonna turn it right around and see what I can shoot coming back up around the top here, and spot this guy. I managed to bounce the shot, but I didn't hit him. Yeah, so movement is the best thing about the T80, and the gun's not too terrible, and the armor is definitely okay from the front. And this guy just decided to like suicide his vehicle. They decided to try and do a push to take our flank, and it didn't work out that well for them. Well, especially for this guy who just kind of had tanks everywhere on every single one of his flanks. So managed to get around him and put a shot into him here and take him out. Took a little bit of damage, but he had the high ground and he could shoot me pretty easily there. So gonna make sure that they can't take the one cap, and there is a couple tanks over here, so I'm gonna roll over with my pal here and shoot that guy in the side of the turret, take him down, and took a little bit of damage. But our I think it's a T90. He's going to push forward. He's going to take him out. So I'm going to drop back and see if I can hit this fella there, take him down. So pretty nice result. Taken out a decent amount of tanks so far, and managed to hold this cap even with like not a lot of the team around. And my tank was pretty beat up, so I figured I would drive over and repair it. It didn't seem like there was a lot of cap pressure or anything. And some people say, oh, I don't ever repair my tank. I know Cosmic K doesn't do that. He says, I'd rather just get my tank killed. But, I mean, I've lost games with like 5 or 10 tickets. And won games with almost no tickets. So just sacrificing your tank and giving the team 25 extra tickets, I think is a bad decision. Like, sometimes it's not going to bite you in the ass, but I've honestly had enough games where it does make a difference, and I'm not going to throw my tank away for no reason. So here we go. A little bit weird that tank decided to disappear right there, but he managed to die for us, and which was pretty good. And gotta still keep the pressure up here so they don't take our flag. And I wanted to wait for these guys to roll back and down so I wasn't going to get penned a whole bunch from them hiding on the side of the hill. And I know they're going to try and take our flag. So, well, not our flag, but our cap point. So managed to get through there without getting shot by the guys in the side. And I don't really do a great job here of coming around the corner very stealthfully. The collision on the sides of these oil drums isn't really fantastic. I don't like shooting near them either because sometimes the collision wasn't too snug to the side of the oil tanker, so you got to watch out for those as well. I found that's a bit of a problem for me anyway. So I probably should have shot at the lower plate. That would have been my best bet. So I was hunting around for a little bit, and I'd take a shot from the Type 90. I think it was a Type 96A, Chinese MBT. So got reloaded again, pop back out, and a little bit odd that I'm not spotting those guys when they're that close to me, but guess you're gonna get what you get. And that TD decided not to move. Maybe he's reloading a little bit. Maybe he didn't think I was reloaded. And I wanted to get over here to make sure that I can hold this point. And I take a shot from the guys that are hiding on the side of that hill there. And they're really dug in. I can't really see them. I can't spot them. And they're shooting from concealment, and I'm not able to see them. So you can see the shots raining in on the side of the hill here. So I'm trying to tell my team to try and push them out or move into that position. And I'm taking shots, and then I could see where the guy shot from, so I took a blind shot and managed to kill that guy. So that turned out pretty well. I thought that was pretty funny that I blind shot that guy. And I can see where they're shooting from, so I just kept putting rounds into the side of that mountain. And they got a bunker loaded in here. So I'm just gonna put some rounds into that thing, and we take that thing down, and put another one over there into that. And finally the cap points shift, which I think is another fantastic thing about GLOPS. It just doesn't mean you're all dug in and stuck on one flank and for the entire game. And again, you can see here doing like 50, 60 kph. And going back to the same repair point where I went to before. And on these global operations maps, they're pretty big. It does pay to have a little bit more of a mobile vehicle. If you have a certain area you like to go, then it's probably not so much of a big deal. But if you like to move around and take different capture points and attack the different objectives, it does pay to have a vehicle that can get you there, which is why I like this vehicle a lot. It really, as far as my playstyle goes, I like to try and get the cap points. I like to fight for them, and sometimes I go for the little objectives for the bombing raids and the bunkers and stuff, but I kind of leave that up to the really, really fast guys that's their whole role. That's what they should be doing. But even going uphill, still doing 60, especially when you can get on the roads, it does help a little bit. So we're coming around, and to my front there are a few tanks up here, and don't really have I slow down a little bit. I probably shouldn't even stop there, but gonna keep moving up, and probably shouldn't shot that. Should have waited for the side. And I want to get in here to provide some support to my friends that are holding this cap. So I am going to move up as fast as I can here. And my gun depression hit. This is a spot where this tank doesn't do well. So I go down into the low ground a little bit, so I don't have the problem, and I can just kind of keep my tank hidden a little bit more. But I am spotted, and I got to worry about if there is guys to the left. You got to keep an eye out if there's guys there. So this guy's not really paying too close attention to me. So I decide to move up a little bit closer, and I don't really think I can get shot by that tank destroyer who's kind of hiding in the back there doing something, engaging one of the guys on my team. So I'm reloaded, and I'm just gonna go out and put a shot at that Merkava. And this one will pen. It's a pretty good result. And I'm gonna back up again because he's got an autoloader system. So I wanted to try and get this tank destroyer out of here, so I moved back until I could get around the oil tanks, and then I put a shot into him on the move, which turned out pretty okay. And again, I'm going to move up to the oil tanks and kind of stop them from pushing past. Got this pesky type. I ended up fighting him quite a lot this game, the Chinese main battle tank. And by the time I get around the side of these drums, I'm going to wait until I'm reloaded a little bit and hit that Merkava in the track, managed to track him in place, and I'm almost reloaded by the time he's going to roll around here, and he kind of comes around showing his side a little bit too much again, so I hit him again, and I bounce a shot from the type here, which turned out pretty good, and I'm just going to let my guys repair it. And the guy pulled out again. I think he was aiming for a shot, and I managed to kill him, managed to kill him, which is a good result. And I wanted to back out of there because someone had put in a an airstrike, and this is the big mistake I make in the game. Yeah, it was this little guy here. He manages to hit me for a whole ton of damage, and I should have stayed hugged up to that tank in front of me. But yeah, he did a lot of damage to me, and by the time I got my tracks back up and I was trying to back out, I end up getting tracked by a tank destroyer with a really fast rate of fire and end up dying. But it was a pretty decent game in the TD. You got a 6 kills and did quite a lot of damage. Uh, so during the event that went on, and you can see made a good amount of money. And let's see the team result here real quick. Yeah, I ended up doing not quite top damage on the team, but top experience. A lot of spotting damage and a top on the team in kills. So that's the T80U. Fast vehicle, decent gun handling, and okay armor from the front. I have no problem with the turret, and it's just the lower plate you got to look out for, and don't expose your sides. All right, guys, that's the T80U. Thanks for watching, and hit the like button. It really helps out the channel since I need all the likes I can get right now. Cheers, guys. Bye.